After the incredible experience of visiting the Torres de Alpine Park, I took a flight to Puerto Montt, and then a ferry to the island of Chiloe, to explore its various towns. Castro is a city in the southern part of Chile, located in the Chiloe archipelago, Los Lagos region. It is the third oldest city in Chile with continued existence, being founded in February 1567, by Marshal Martín Ruiz de Gamboa, under the name of Santiago de Castro. It is the capital of the commune of the same name, and of the province of Chiloe. According to the national census carried out in 2017, Castro has a population of 33,417 inhabitants. In two sectors of the city, there are palafitos, houses built on wooden stilts on the riverbank, over the sea. Those that are still standing are currently in the Pedro Montt and Gamboa sectors. There used to be many others in the Pedro Aguirre Cherta sector, but they were destroyed as a result of the earthquake and tidal wave of May 1960. The San Francisco Church, located next to the Plaza de Armas in Castro, is the main Catholic temple, in the capital of the province of Chiloe. It is also known as Iglesia Apóstol Santiago, and erroneously, as the Cathedral, which is actually located in Ancud. On the other hand, this temple is the head of one of the 24 parishes that make up this diocese. It is under the patronage of Saint Francis of Assisi, hence its name. This temple was declared a National Historic Monument in 1979, and a World Heritage Site before the UNESCO, on November 30, 2000. Achao is a town in the Chiloe archipelago, located in the Los Lagos region, in southern Chile. It is the capital of the Quinchao commune on the island of the same name. Achao is built on a flat area surrounded by hills, and facing a shallow sandy beach. In front are the islands of Lingua and Linlin. In the surrounding hills, there are many viewpoints, such as the Alto de la Paloma. It is the main one, among the Chilote towns, that are outside the Big Island, and as such, it is very visited by inhabitants of the smaller islands, who come to study or carry out commercial activities. During the summer, in the first days of February, the meeting of the islands of the archipelago is held, a sample of island customs, music and gastronomy. At the end of summer, on the 28th of the same month, the commune celebrates its anniversary. The architecture of Achao stands out for the multiple forms adopted by the large tiles used to cover the houses. In front of the town square is the Santa María de Loreto de Achao Church, declared a World Heritage Site. It is the oldest church in Chile built in wood, and, together with Quinchao, they are the only ones that remain of those built by the Jesuits in colonial times. It began to be built approximately in the year 1730 by the Society of Jesus, to be later completed by Franciscan missionaries, who came from the Santa Rosa de Ucopa school in Peru, after the expulsion of the Jesuits in the year 1767. Inside, it houses the image of Our Lady of Nahuel Huapi, the same image of the Virgin Mary that Father Nicolas Mascardi used in the Nahuel Huapi mission. She would have been rescued after the violent death of the Jesuit priest, and taken to Chiloe.